So Emily and I have been backpacking or remote camping literally our entire relationship. Our kids have been doing it pretty much since they've been born. They both had bag nights before they were a year old. Xavier climbed his first mountain before he was a year old. And being out in remote wilderness is not for everybody. It's not easy, but it is fun. There is just something about having everything you need on your back and being outside, and no matter what comes, you got to deal with it. If it rains, you deal with it. If it's cold, you deal with it. There's bugs, there's snakes, whatever the challenge may be, you've got everything you need right there with you, and you figure it out. Backpacking is just fantastic for that. It's just so much self-awareness and gets you so much more in tune and closer with nature when you're out there. So naturally, it's springtime in Indiana. It's cold, it's wet, it's miserable. Time to go backpacking. Let's get outside. So my regular hiking buddies, Jason and Ryan, we've been hiking together pretty regularly for the last couple of years. We've done sections of the River to River Trail out in Illinois. We've done pretty much almost the entire Knobstone together. We had a little bit of a snafu. We're not going to mention whose fault it was that we didn't complete that. But we've been having a lot of fun. And since I have a very limited amount of time in Indiana these days, I was home for a few days. We went out in the woods. It was great. It's one of the Jason and I typically, well, Ryan's been doing this with us too now, for sure. We always do this in the wintertime. And our backpacking season pretty much started in December, goes through about April. Down here, that's when we would go because no bugs, no ticks, no other people usually. It's definitely, it's not your postcard picture beautiful trail. But this trail is really spectacular. Ups and downs, rocks, lots of really cool stuff to see. It's beautiful. Your stream crossing number 4 for us this morning. But we always love looking at the little signs of life. There's moss growing. There's always different types of moss and seeing the different mushrooms, and this is really, actually, it is a very spectacular trail. If you're in the Midwest and you're into backpacking, or you've never checked out the Knobstone in southern Indiana, you're missing out. It's surprising, for the terrain in southern Indiana, but some people call this the mini AT. It's definitely a lot of ups and downs in quick succession, and nothing's huge. It's not mountainous by any means, but nice rolling hills and beautiful bluffs you're looking over and walking along ridge lines, and it's really cool. It's a definitely an unsung gem here in southern Indiana. Very nice trail. Came down to get to that campsite and we go straight back up. That's why we were so underwater.
Yeah, we could parachute off
This is
this
legit flip central on this one. Do you want to turn around? No, because I see the stream. We're going to camp. We can turn back. Kate already knows where to pick us up at. I bet you there's a fire pit already down here. And then our first thing that we have to do in the morning is straight up. Yep. Straight out of camp, we just come straight, go right uphill. That's a typical morning on the Knobstone. Wake up and the first thing you have to do is a straight uphill climb. It's beautiful. We had a great night. Down in the low 40s. Slept really well. This trail really is pretty excellent for. We're very lucky to have it in Indiana. So water crossing 23 on the morning, and we are back at the base of the trailhead. Nice. Water crossing 26. Man. And we go back uphill. It's got everything. What an end. It's not Colorado, but it's pretty good for Indiana.
Pretty good. I'm not a pig.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that going around up here too. Jason and I really started looking at Knobstone as a training trail back in 2019. We went on a trip out to the Wemmenooch Wilderness in Colorado, and we used the Knobstone to train for that. And we've been going back ever since. In fact, after that, Xavier, Emily, and I went to the same trail that we always go back to in the Wemmenooch. We went back there in 2020. We got chased out by wildfires, so that was an interesting trip. But we went back again in 2021. We actually took Xavier's girlfriend Lily with us, and that was her very first backpacking trip, which was amazing. And when we were home here, we took her out for her second trip backpacking. Just got a quick overnight in on the Knobstone, just to spend a little bit of time together, get out and get away from technology and spend some time in the woods. It rained on us a little bit at night, and kind of huddled under a tarp, but we really had a wonderful time. Thank you. Yep. Sorry, that water.
Is that keeping your beard warm? Good.